Hey, this is Decoy from Decoy Noise, and today we're doing another Decoy Hangout with more Am I the Antagonist posts brought to you by Misunderstandings. Now, misunderstandings are annoying when you're watching a romantic comedy or a horror film or whatever it may be, but without misunderstandings, Am I the Antagonist and the internet would be probably pretty boring. So today's featured post is from Today I Messed Up by making an old lady think I roofied my girlfriend. So, in something that we don't normally do, this person still needs to be taken to decoy court, so we need your judgment down below as well, but let's get to the post saying, me and my girlfriend were out on a walk yesterday enjoying the Finnish autumn. We decided to go to a local bakery before heading home. The bakery sells this great hot chocolate and other treats. We got in and ordered 2 hot chocolates. My girlfriend is lactose intolerant, so having milk makes her sick, but she is able to enjoy it with no problems if she has a lactase enzyme capsules before eating anything with milk in it. The bakery was empty apart from us and an older lady sitting a few tables from us. As we were waiting for our order, my girlfriend had to use the restroom, so she left for a while. Our drinks arrived in the meanwhile. My girlfriend uses lactase enzyme capsules that can be opened and sprinkled on the top of food or drink before eating it or consumed as is. My girlfriend finds that opening them and adding them straight to food works best for her. I was carrying her stuff in my pocket, so I decided to mix the lactase enzyme in her drink before she came back. So it could take some time to dissolve properly. I opened the pill, poured the stuff in her hot chocolate, and mixed it in so she didn't think much of it. The lady left and I was sitting there alone now. My girlfriend was taking a while and I started wondering if everything was fine. A while later, my girlfriend, looking like she was holding in laughter, came back to the table with the old lady. The lady looked at me with a stern, panicked look on her face and asked me what I put in my girlfriend's drink. I was confused and it took me a while to process the question. Then I realized how suspicious I must have looked. A guy out with a girl, taking a pill from his pocket, mixing the content in her drink while she's using the bathroom, and that's exactly why what the lady from a few tables away from us saw. I'm an anxious man, so I panicked and frantically started explaining everything to the lady, showing the package for the pills and everything. My girlfriend confirmed what I was saying, but the lady was having a hard time believing it. She called the cops in, so we had to wait for them to show up and explain the situation to them. I felt extremely awkward and embarrassed. The old lady was in a bit of shock, but eventually she believed everything was okay and left. In the end, we were able to laugh about the situation. I'm really glad the lady actually took action, and I did thank her for trying to help in a situation like that. It's good to know people look after each other. Too long didn't read. I ordered hot chocolates with my girlfriend at a bakery. She went to the bathroom and I put a lactase enzyme pill in her drink, making an old lady think I was roofing her. She called the cops, and they said some people confused why the lady didn't stop when I explained what the pills were. She hadn't heard about those things before, and she was scared and confused since she thought a crime was happening right in front of her. She wanted to make sure my girlfriend was okay, so it took some time to convince her, and it was all fine. It wasn't entitlement or anger, it was confusion. She just wanted to make sure my girlfriend was okay and that I wasn't lying. The old lady was very kind and she called the police before talking to my girlfriend. So in decoy court, was he messed up for doing it? I mean, I think the true antagonist in the situation is going to be the girlfriend. Why didn't the girlfriend in the bathroom that was with the old lady, when she told her saying, oh, that's my enzyme pill, it's fine, don't worry about it, it's okay. Like, you know, did the boyfriend do it kind of shadily? Was he looking around? Was he popping the pill and just like winking at the old lady? Like, you know how this is, right? Like, but whatever it is, you know what I mean? But just as a simple fact that this could have been cleared up earlier on if the girlfriend kind of stood up for the boyfriend or OP. I don't know if OP had it, but I mean, it is one of those good, like, heartwarming stories to know that people do look out for each other. Like, I can't imagine me being there as, like, you know, a frail old woman and seeing, like, let's say OP is like 6'4" and just like nothing but muscle, and then seeing him doing, like, essentially roofing somebody and wanting to step in and wanting to confront the guy to say, hey, what are you doing? How dare you? I called the police on you, putting themselves in harm's way. I could see why that would be a situation that the old lady wouldn't want to be in, so kudos to her. I'm gonna go ahead and say that there's no antagonist here except for maybe the girlfriend just never had an opportunity to say, hey, that's not what it is. But the simple fact that the girlfriend came back to the table saying, oh, she was holding in laughter, trying to say, like, you know, because she knew what he was being accused of, she should have nipped that in the butt right away. Like, why do you have to call the police and waste their time with a situation that didn't deem it? But let's go ahead and get to the top comment right now to see what everybody else is saying. There was an episode of What Would You Do where they pretended to put something in a date's drink. It showed many people ignoring what they saw. Good for her for taking action. Okay, so yeah, they commended the OP. I think the old lady is awesome. I got roofied once and people saw it and did nothing. Luckily, I was out with friends and they knew I was way too messed up from what I had to drink. So they got rid of the guy who was trying to talk to me and took me to the hospital. This was before camera phones, but they were able to describe the guy well enough for the cops to go find him. He was still at the bar, and once cops were there, people were willing to talk. I honestly don't remember much past the 10 to 15 minutes after that drink until the next morning, except feeling very sick. I'm so glad my friends and I always went together because of things like this, but also sad we had to. We were just trying to blow off some steam from a hard week at work. Which is a scary thing, the idea that, you know, people do drug people, and there are like, what was that thing that happened? I remember a long time ago is they were trying to develop a nail polish where a girl can just stick that in the drink and it'll change color if there's like one of those drugs in it. And the sad thing is, one, that's something that's necessary right now because this is so rampant. That sounds terrifying to me. And two, the idea that, you know, the bystander effect, that most people will see an incident happening, and if nobody else is doing something, they all just kind of look at it. And the sad part is with Snapchat and Instagram and all of the social media apps where they see something and they don't want to intervene. I saw a video on Reddit earlier where there was this car that was on fire and this guy was trying to pull his friend out of the back seat but couldn't do it because it was a coupe, only 2 doors, and he was having a hard time with it. And the first guy that runs up doesn't help. He records it on his phone for World Star Hip Hop or something, and it's like, why is that your first inclination? Like, somebody may die or somebody is getting badly burned and will be affected and in pain the rest of their life, but you got that nice little clip for Instagram. Everybody hit you up after that like, whoa, that was wild. You had your fame for like maybe an hour out of your day, but that guy got drastically hurt. Why is this a thing we're doing in society right now? So I'm going to go ahead and stick with no antagonist here. Maybe, just maybe, the girlfriend should have said something more, but you know, this is just a bad situation that had a happy ending. So let's go ahead and get to that next story right now, which is, am I the antagonist for flipping out on my boyfriend after he went on a couples retreat without me? Okay, I kind of already am forming my opinion, but let's hear them out. So, OP wrote, I'm a 29-year-old female. My boyfriend is a 30-year-old female. I have 2 kids that are not his biologically, and we have one together 4 years. Last week, his buddy invited him and I to go on a 4-day couples retreat with him, his wife, his other friend, and his girlfriend. Apparently there's couples massages, romantic dinners, etc. We were due to leave today. My boyfriend mentioned it to me and I started looking around for babysitters. Unfortunately, I was not able to find a sitter. Their dad hardly ever takes them, and their grandmother is just as much of his deadbeat and only sees the kids to post photos on Facebook and act like a grandmother of the year. Normally we make plans and he will reach out to his mom or sister-in-law because they are the only people in our area. He didn't do that, so I called them yesterday to see if they would, but obviously they couldn't. I figured since I could not go, he would not go out to the couples retreat. I wake up this morning at 5 a.m. to him packing. I asked him what he's doing and he said, packing? I need to leave here by 7 a.m. to meet up with George. So I asked him why he still intended to go on a couples retreat when his partner couldn't even go, and I asked him if he had even wanted me to go since he didn't bother helping me look for a sitter originally anyways, and he said, if you wanted to go, you would have found a sitter. I don't have time for this. Oh no. This really bothered me a great deal. He kissed my forehead and left. 15 minutes ago, I get a text from him which included pictures of his suite that had flower petals, champagne, and even a heart-shaped bed. I texted back and said, have a good time. He took this as an attack and said, don't get clipped with me. It's not my fault you couldn't find a sitter. So I responded with, I wasn't being clipped, and it would have been nice if you just help find a sitter. I know they aren't your kids, but if you wanted me to go with you, you should have put in effort. He responded, you're being an antagonist right now, and quite frankly, you're being overdramatic as well. Am I the antagonist for getting upset with the fact that he went without me? So I just want to clarify one thing at the top real quick. Do they have kids together? Okay, so he has 2 kids that are not his biologically, and they've been together for 2 years. So, taking that to Decoy Court right now, it is very clear that the boyfriend is the antagonist right now, but also very clear the boyfriend doesn't want to be in this relationship. The boyfriend went on a couples retreat to take a vacation away from OP and the kids. That should be very loud and clear. He doesn't want to be in this anymore. I don't know of many people that, you know, they always jokingly say, I need a vacation from this family, which makes sense, but the simple fact that he actually took a vacation, that wasn't good. Took a vacation away from the family is just a terrible thing. So obviously he's the antagonist, but OP, you gotta take a hint. You're not the antagonist, but it is very clear that he wants out of this relationship yesterday. So let's go ahead and get to the next top comment to see what they're saying over there. So the gold comment said, not the antagonist. He's supposed to be your partner. The whole, if you wanted to go, you would have found a sitter, could have easily turned into, if he wanted you to go, he would have found a sitter. It's a weak argument. The fact that he said, have a nice time as a confrontational text rather than a genuine makes it seem like he knew he was doing something that would bother you. It's all very unnecessary in my opinion. You want the antagonist. And it's very clear that not the antagonist. It's just very clear that he's looking for it out of the relationship. The whole not trying was a very clear indication that he just wanted to go on this vacation alone, which is, in a vacuum, Nothing inherently wrong with that, but this relationship is over, in my opinion. So the next reply was, not the antagonist, and I have a strong feeling that someone who isn't you went there with him. And someone said, exactly, get rid of him before he gives you an STD. And that's why I hate r/am I the antagonist, r/relationships. Everybody that wants to get away from somebody, wants to have some alone time, is automatically cheating. Honestly, I've been in long-term relationships where it's a situation where it's like, hey, sometimes it's just nice to have one day to decompress and just kind of like be at your own, on your phone, just like blocking out the world or playing a video game for a very long time. Yes, I'm an adult. Yes, you can call me a man-child, but just because you want alone time doesn't mean that you're going to give your significant other STD. This is ridiculous. I hate everything about that or whatever, but this is what happens when you have a message board that is probably populated with people that want to connect with other people that have had by far the worst experiences with relationships. That to me right there reminds me of, what was it, r/female dating strategy, where it was so much of that. It was so much of just bitter people that were like, if he spends lots of time at work, he's cheating. If he doesn't have a really good job that he moved forward in, he's not worth your time. And it's like, well, this is all contradictory advice, but you know, it's just people that have never had a positive relationship and they just think that everybody else's relationship is going to be just as negative as them. So let's go ahead and go to that top controversial comment saying, not the antagonist, dump him. His friend had someone for him, obviously. Oh my god, it's there. But I like that the reply is, wow, the insecurities jumped out. Who hurt you? And honestly, I don't like when they say, oh, if you have insecurities or you have a bad time with relationships, someone hurt you and, you know, you're damaged goods or whatever. But the idea is, it does kind of allude to that. So I see that, and that's why they got downvotes. But the next top reply that got downvoted is, wow, all my buttons don't want to work. The top controversial reply with -5 votes was run. And the next reply was, LOL, where is she going to go? What is she even bringing to this relationship? He brings childcare for her kids and a friend that pays for spa weekends. She brings bad manners and entitlement. That got more upvotes than the negative just run reply. What is going on with the internet? This seems like we're having the worst of the red pill and the worst of female dating strategy, battling it out every single day on r/am I the antagonist. It's fun to watch, but kind of messed up, because if I genuinely had a bad situation that I'm unequipped, like if I'm 20 years old and I don't know if this relationship's going anywhere and I'm kind of uneasy about it, hey, let me pose it on the most popular advice subreddit on Reddit. Am I the antagonist? And all of a sudden I get blasted with female dating strategy advice and then red pill advice, and all of a sudden you don't know how to be a regular person anymore because the regular people are all downvoted at the very bottom of controversial. So that's my opinion on it. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Decoy court verdict is still not the antagonist, but the idea that hopefully she wakes up to the situation on, hey, boyfriend's no longer interested, boyfriend doesn't want to be messing around with her kids, they've been together for 4 years, but maybe that relationship has run its course, they're all kind of passively aggressive to each other, so it's messed up, but sometimes it's better to move on now than later. So let's go ahead and get to that last post of the day, which is, am I the antagonist for burying my wife alive with pillows? This could have some very grim implications, but let's go ahead and read the story before we pass judgment. So OP wrote, so my wife brought these decorative pillows for our bed when we first got it. They do look great, I have to admit, and we both love them during the day, but at night, my gosh, this woman slings them over to my side of the bed like a soldier chucking grenades from the trenches. She will literally throw all of them onto my side of the bed and go to sleep like nothing is wrong. She does this every night, which has caused us to be in a pillow war. Every night we find new and weird ways to piss each other off and arrange the pillows only on the other person's side. Today I had the brilliant idea of letting her beat me to bed today, so she stacks them all on my side. When she fell asleep, I basically built a pillow fort around her with pillows from every room in our house. It was very unstable and fell as soon as she moved even an inch, which was hilarious because she got hit with 5 different pillows at once and she freaked out thinking someone was attacking her or something. Now she's mad at me. Am I the antagonist, or is this all in fair and love and pillow war? Too long didn't read. I built a pillow fort above my wife so she slept and it collapsed on her, causing her to freak out. Edit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we had awards. Okay, so it's all out of love. We're newlyweds who have only been married for a few months. We only do this because it's a competition to see who can get the best arrangement. To everyone telling us to get a chair or a chest to put them on, we have the capability to put them somewhere else. It's kind of just our thing at this point. So in the knee-jerk reaction that is Decoy Court, why are you asking for advice if is this all fair in love and war when you already knew damn well that hey, this is just, we're messing around, we're newlyweds, we're married a couple months, ha ha ha. This is almost like the equivalency of those relationship YouTube channels where they're like, huh, we're gonna play a prank on each other. Oh my god, here's a thumbnail of her getting way too upset when she knows we have 1 million subscribers and we making like, you know, 100K a month, and this is just what we do. This is all staged and fake. I hate everything about this. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say everyone sucks here, because why are they going to post, and actually just him, he sucks, because why would anybody be mad about something they knew damn well that this is just a fun game they play because they're newlyweds? Stop throwing in our face your happiness. We're bitter beavers on Decoy Noise, okay? But no, all jokes aside, let's go ahead and go to the top comment right now, which is play pillow games, win pillow prizes. Time to start putting pillows in a car, in the shower, in the dishwasher. Fill a cupboard with pillows and ask her to grab you a glass. Get a pillow on your face and put it in the fridge. All pillows, all the time, not the antagonist here. And I like the idea that, you know, this is just the joke. This is becoming like that YouTube relationship channel where they play pranks on each other. But the idea is, how sexist is this comment saying, put pillows in the dishwasher? Why is she gonna find him in the dishwasher? Is she the only one that washes the dishes? Does OP never open up the dishwasher because of he's the man? How dare you? But no, yeah, all jokes aside, this is terrible. So the next reply by OP was, LOL, this is gold. So let's go to the next reply saying, no antagonist here. If this is your guys' biggest problem, y'all are good, and it's pretty funny. Either buy more pillows and build an even larger fort the next time, or get a chest full of pillow storage. Maybe a chair, or like a foot-solder bench at the end of the bed. Yeah, this is a non-issue. This is just them just like bragging, having fun. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in the comment section here, it's a promo for like, oh, well, I did a YouTube video for the pillow fort I made. Haha, check this out, or whatever, just to kind of see if they could use this as kind of like guerrilla marketing or astroturfing the subreddit to see if they can get more viewers or anything like that. No, I have a hard time buying any of this, but you know, maybe I'm just bitter right now. So let's go ahead and go to the top controversial comment to see what else is going on right now, saying, you're both antagonists. Just put the extra pillows on the floor when you go to bed. The floor? But that's not sanitary. Well, they're not using those pillows for their face, so I don't really know how that matters. But negative 10 points got, I need more information. Are you saying that you built your wife a surprise pillow fort and she was ungrateful? Because she sounds like a nasty see you next Tuesday if that's the case. I've been searching for a man who will build pillow forts with me. Any girl would be lucky to have a surprise pillow fort. She doesn't sound like she deserves you, not the antagonist. This has gotta be female dating strategy leaking on there, saying, you know, this is the equivalency when a guy was like on the internet saying, hey, yeah, your boyfriend doesn't let you play Xbox all the time? Oh, he doesn't deserve you. You should be with me. And this is the same thing. I want a guy that would build pillow forts with you. Oh, she doesn't deserve you or whatever. This sounds terrible. Let's go ahead and read one more top negative reply saying, hey, this sub sucks now. And then someone saying, well, then why are you still here? And someone saying, agreed, this post should be deleted. And the idea is, yes, I'm against the whole people arguing against, oh yeah, don't post things that are, don't let them post stories about people being, what is it, this is fake story, or don't, like, you know, hey, pat me on the back because this is a crazy story, like, you know, am I the antagonist for rescuing 5 children from a burning vehicle? Like, that stuff doesn't belong there. But yeah, this is true. Like, how did this get to the top? How did I discover this on, like, you know, the best of the week post where it's just obviously it's a non-story, it's a non-judgment thing. Like, obviously he's not the antagonist. He's okay. What is this right now? So, you know, Decoy Court, it's still going to have the same judgment. I'm going to go ahead and say OP is the antagonist just because this is almost like a non-story. I don't really feel like even covering this. So yeah, I'm a little bit upset with that. But like, you know, let me know if I'm getting too harsh right now, because I want to make Decoy Noise the most kind of fun hangout thing where we all relax. We're having hard jobs, hard at school, whatever it is, where you unwind and you have your decoy roommate because you're probably still locked down in your place right now. Where we get to just sit back and relax and have a good time and look at my crazy hair and see what's going to happen right now. I mean, that's always fun, but it's the idea of, you know, is it okay to be super harsh on these people, or should we just be fun loving and, like, you know, live and let live? Whatever. If you're having a good time making pillow forts and making your YouTube channel about pillow forts and making a post where everybody's gonna congratulate you on your stellar relationship and how much fun you're having, leave them alone. I don't know. What is it? Do you guys like ranty, ravey Decoy Noise? Because sometimes I go in on people that really irritate me, and then after I'm uploading it, I'm like, I'm kind of mean to that guy. I should have done that. That's not what I want Decoy Noise to stand for. But I mean, let me know how you feel about it. Make sure you guys are subscribing down below with the notifications on so you can watch the videos, because as the update is, I'm going to stop uploading on the weekends. I know that a lot of people like the daily videos, so I still want to keep on with that. So Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Time, if that's what you call it now. Still do daily videos for everybody that wants to wake up and still see it, but also on the weekends, if you're busy with school or work, you don't gotta watch all the episodes. You can wait till the weekend and just kind of catch up on the thumbnails that you find interesting. So as always, if you made it this far in the video, I want to say I appreciate you hanging out with me and making the lockdown a little bit more enjoyable. You see the likes, you see the hearts, make sure you're liking it too. Make sure you're sharing with someone that might like it, because I am no longer getting new viewers. It's kind of a little bit disheartening, but I still like making the content. But if nothing else, you don't gotta subscribe, you don't gotta share, you don't gotta do any of that. You can just put this on autoplay and watch the next episode of Decoy Noise coming up next.